Hello, everyone. Today, the topic of my speech is the application of acid in the tilapia. The speech divided into three parts. The first part is important of liver. This is why acids are added to protect the liver. The second part is introduce of RUNEON. In this part, we will know what is bacid, the mechanism of bacid, and how does it work in animal body. In third part is study and the keys on bacid in tilapia. In this part, we will learn about the benefits of adding bacid to tilapia. Now let's get to the topic. The first part is important of liver. Liver as the largest organ in the animal body. Liver metabolism is extremely active due to its abundant blood supply and unique ecological structure. The liver is the metabolic center of nutrients. The liver has the functions of storing glycogen, decomposition glycogen into glucose, and convert glucose into lipids to maintain the balance of glucose metabolism in the body. The liver is also an important organ for lipid metabolism and the fat transportation. It plays an important role in the process of digestion, absorption, synthesis, decomposition, and transportation. It's one of the main organs for the synthesis of fat acid, cholesterol in the body. When fat metabolism is disordered, fat cannot be transported out in time and accumulate in the liver to form fat liver. At the same time, the liver is the organ that stores the most vitamin A, E, K, B1, vitamin B2, vitamin B6, and B12, and folic acid. Once the liver gets disease, there will be symptoms of lack of vitamins and slow growth. Immune function. The liver has the largest phagocytic system in the animal body. It contains a large number of Kupffer cells, which has a strong ability. 99% of the bacteria in the blood was swallowed when passing through the hepatic sinuses. At the same time, the liver is also an important place for the synthesis of immune global units such as IgG, IgA, IgM, and complement C3, C4, and plays a vital role in the non-specific immunity of animals. Detoxification function. The liver is the body's main detoxification organ. It reduces mycotoxins, drugs, endotoxins, and metabolites in the body. It reduces the toxicity of drugs and endotoxins through compoundation, oxidation, reduction, and hydrolysis, and even breaks them down into non-toxic compounds, which would be excreted through urine or bile. secretion of bile. Liver cell produce bile acid, which is transported to the gallbladder through the bile duct. The gallbladder concentrate and discharge the bile. Bile not only promotes the digestion and the absorption of fat in the small intestine, but also excrete the body's metabolic waste into the intestine and excreted the foreign bodies. Therefore, bile is both digestive fluid and excretory fluid. The cause and harms of liver disease. In order to obtain a higher growth and lower FCR, feed is generally eutrophication, higher fat, higher energy, and in addition, in order to shorten the time to market, farmers will increase the amount of feed. In this case, the burden of the liver is generally exceeded, which easily induces the accumulation of fat in the liver and leads to the occurrence of fat liver, such as fish liver and gallbladder syndromes. In addition, anti-nutritional factors such as free tranase, sorbin protease inhibitors, mycotoxins, and other harmful substances in the feed can also cause damage to the liver. Throughout the process of amino breeding, various antibiotics, pesticides, and other chemical drugs will be used, cause secondary damage to the liver. Once the liver and the gallbladder function are damaged, it will cause the body's food intake to decline and the growth hindered. Liver disease will also cause insufficient bile secretion, so the animal would be unable to fully digest and absorb the fat in the feed, resulting in reduced feed utilization, increased FCR, and breeding costs. Most areas will result in accumulation of toxin, decrease the immunity, increase the disease and mortality, and greatly reduce breeding benefits. The second part is introduce of RUNEON, our product. Composition of the product include 30% acid and 17% carrier. Improve fat utilization and protect the liver health are main functions. Applicable to all species include livestock, poultry, ruminant, aqua. Dosage is 200 to 1,000 grams per ton. The amount of addition varies according to species. What's the bile acid? It's produced in the liver with the action of 7-alpha hydroxylase, which with cholesterol is used as a raw material, which can regulate the metabolism of glucose and lipids, protect the liver, and regulate the balance of intestinal flora. Bile acid, which is widely used in the treatment of human liver and metabolic disease. How does bile acid work? Promoting fat digestion and absorption is the basic function of bile acid. This process is divided into 3 stages: emulsification, digestion, and absorption. In the emulsification stage, bile acid contains lipophilic, acyclic groups and hydrophilic hydroxy groups, which can emulsify large fat particles into small droplets. In the digestion stage, bile acid can increase the activity of lipids, change the spatial structure of lipids, expose the group, and decompose fat into normal glycerides and free fatty acid. Many studies have shown that bile acid can significantly improve the lipid activity of aquatic animals because different species have different degree of improvement. However, study on tilapia showed that the lipid active increased by 71.2% after adding bile acid. In the absorption stage, bile acid and free fat acid form mixed micelles that are recognized by the epithelial villi of the small intestine and enter the intestinal lumen. Then free fatty acid, protein, and triglyceride form chylomicrons and into the blood circulation to complete the entire process of fat absorption. To protect the liver health, bile acid is indispensable and is also the most direct, fastest absorbed, and best acting functional activity. Bile acid is a substance synthesized by the liver by using cholesterol. It participates in the process of fat digestion and absorption, reducing fat liver and excretion of toxins. At the same time, bile acid as an important ligand molecular participant in the regulation of key gene expressed in animal. Bile acid can activate TFXR alpha receptor in the liver cells by inhibiting the expression of cerebral-1C, thereby inhibiting the synthesis of lipids in the liver, promoting the synthesis of very low density lipoprotein and accelerating the transportation of fat from the liver to reduce the deposition of fat in the liver and reduce the fat liver. And the background of green safety and healthy breeding bile acid have been gradually recognized by feeding mills and breeding terminals and have been widely used in animal husbandry and other fields. It has played an important role in protecting liver health and reducing liver disease. Study and case about tilapia. First, let me show the study about the bile acid in tilapia. This study was published in Aquaculture Nutrition in 2017. The purpose of the trial is to evaluate the effect of acid on tilapia, growth performance, the body composition, liver tubes, and gallbladder morphology. Tilapia internal body weight is 8.2 grams. 5 test groups. Each group has 3 repetitions and 40 trials. The trial cell is 9 weeks. The control group didn't add acid. The other 4 groups were added acid with 0.05, 0.15, 0.45, 1.35 gram per kilogram, respectively. Let me show the result. Table 1, effect of acid supplementation in feed on growth performance. When supplementation of 0.15 gram per kilogram acid in the diet can greatly promote the growth performance of tilapia. Table 2 shows that the adding 0.15 gram per kilogram acid to the diet can significantly reduce the fat content of whole fish, muscle, and liver. Liver histological observation shows that when 0.15 gram per kilogram acid was added to the diet, the hepatocytes of tilapia were normal in size with regular and compact nuclei. Gallbladder morphology shows that the acid levels were increased from 0 to 0.15 gram per kilogram. The appearance of the gallbladder changed from the dark green to light green. The addition amount of acid on tilapia is 115 grams per ton feed. The purity of the trial sample used is 98%, covered to 30% of the product. The added amount is 500 grams per ton. Let me show the case of cost reduction and efficiency improvement of tilapia feed in Egypt. In recent years, global fish meal production has declined from 5.6 million tons at the peak to less than 4 million tons, has dropped of 33%. However, the whole trend of fish meal price is rising due to the decline of global fishery resource and growth in aquaculture. Increased the demand for fish meal, rising fish meal price led to higher feed cost. Soybean meal is an important source of plankton protein for animals. It's rich in vitamins, trace elements, and balanced in amino acid. Due to the Russia-Ukraine war, weather factors, and capital operation, the price of soybean meal rose sharply. which also brought cost price to feed factors. When raw materials has risen a lot, and the price of breeding animals have not improved much, it increased the cost of breeding, compressed the profit of the feed factor, and even some feed factories suffered losses. Therefore, increasing the use of unconventional raw materials in the formula has become the first choice to reduce the cost of the formula. Take the feed formula for tilapia or a customer in Egypt as an example. The addition amount of soybean meal, fish meal, and soybean oil was adjusted, and more miscellaneous meal was used. The nutritional indicators changed later, but the cost was saved by 60.5 RMB per ton, equivalent to saving $8.3 per ton. Through ROI analysis, adding 400 grams per ton of bile of tilapia feed increased the weight by 29 kilogram and increased the benefit by 243.6 yuan per ton, while the cost of adding bile is 54.4 yuan per ton. The ROI is 1 to 4.48. Finally, make a summary. In tilapia feed, the added amount of bile is 300 to 500 grams per ton, so it can protect the liver, reduce the burden on the liver, and prevent liver cell degeneration, inhibited the accumulation of liver fat, and improve bus sample, increase the weight gain rate by 8 to 10%, and reduce the FCR by 0.03 to 0.05. Also can reduce feed cost by $5 to $9 per ton. Okay, thank you.